Okay, so I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a sense of maybe how you could do this on your own as far as getting this structure put together. I did this by myself. You're really supposed to have more than one person, but I had some free time and nobody was around, so I decided to do it. Went pretty okay. So here's what I would recommend. So I put the 4 columns, right, just as you're supposed to. Went ahead and measured, made sure they're the right distance, that kind of thing. And then what I did is I took the cross member, this 12-foot cross member here, bolted it at the top, and then brought it down at a 45-degree angle to the ground, used it as a brace. Then I did the same with the 14-foot cross member, right? So bolted it up here at the corner, brought it down at a 45-degree angle to the ground, used that as a brace as well. So you had 2 45-angle braces on that. Once I had both of those kind of braced at a 45-degree angle, then I came back over to this 12-footer here, brought it from the ground up, bolted it there, right? So then it was horizontal to the ground. And so put that one up. After I did that, I ran the 14-footer off of this one here at a 45-degree angle off to the ground, right? So again, it's functioning as a brace, which at that point I was able just to go right up, put it up there, and then just work my way around. So again, I think it's smarter to do it with 2 people, but if you don't have 2 people, there is a way you can do it with 1 person. But the top, I'm thinking it out and everything else, I really think you're going to need 4 people. I've got 4 little step stools or ladders to do it. Going to do that a little bit later here today. But, you might be able to do it with 3. I think the first one with 3 is easy. The second one with 3 will be tougher, right? Because you're kind of having to hold and manipulate, and you don't have leverage yet. Once you get the first 2 rafters up, then I think they kind of hold each other a little bit more, and you can probably go to 3 people. But the second rafter, you're going to need 4, I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to do it in a little while, and I'll let you know how that goes. Well, all right, everybody, here is the finished product. Finally got it all put together. It's been raining here in Seattle like crazy, and so again, I was doing most of it in my garage until yesterday. I put up the posts and everything else, which you saw in the earlier part of this video, and then today I had some friends come over and my son, and we put the top on. So again, here's what I'm going to tell you real quick. First of all, you're going to need 4 people. If you think you need less than 4, you're going to need 4. It was real clear for us that even the guy in the middle, you still needed a guy kind of floating with him to help him adjust some things at times too. So you're going to need 4 people for sure. That is the first thing. Second thing I ran into is we did everything right. Everything was fitting well, but in the end, I still had to pull these brackets, these 3 brackets on the 12-foot span. Couldn't get that last piece to fit right, no matter how badly we tried. And so, there's some helpful hint stuff that Yardistry put together, and they said, hey, if you can't get it to fit, pull those brackets. Did, had no problem after that. And so that was just one thing. Just be prepared. You might have to pull those brackets. We tried to push up high in the front or on the peak and everything else, just couldn't get it to go. That's one thing. Another thing, if you have a little giant ladder or a ladder where you can access both sides, use that in the peak. That helped us immensely because we had a guy up in the middle, and then I could come from the other side and help do some other stuff. And it's just an efficiency as far as space-wise, right? You can only put so many ladders under here at once. And working in close proximity. So we did that. That really helped. Another thing is go to Vimeo and go to the Yardistry walkthrough video on this unit. They've got some other stuff, but they did one recently that's really helpful. And here's why I would say do that. Take your friends that are going to help you do this and actually have them watch that video and assign them their jobs. And so like in our case, we had one guy, he was going to be the peak guy. We had the 2 guys who were going to carry the actual rafter units, and then I acted as the floater where I could put the bolts in. I could help manipulate with the guy holding the center, and that just worked well. I don't think 3 can do it. I think you guys use 3 guys for the first rafter, but you're going to need 4 people for the second and third and really even the fourth, because it just gets tricky as you're trying to hold everything and get it to snug up and that kind of thing. So anyway, 4 people on that. That would be my other piece of advice. And then also the guy that's going to be in the middle, make it a guy that has some strong arm shoulders, because he's going to be holding for a while. I would say this took us really to get the roof all on and bolted together. Probably took us about probably 25 to 30 minutes. you know, not all of that was that poor guy in the middle holding, but he was holding for a chunk of time until the pieces started to hold under their own weight. So I would say overall went together really easily. Looks nice. I like it. I think it fits kind of what we were looking for out here in the backyard. And so hopefully this is just helpful for you. Like I said, I didn't find just a average Joe putting these together. I know when the company puts together a video on how to build it, they make sure it looks good. But in the end, you know, when I was putting this whole thing together, didn't find all that many problems. I mean, the directions are pretty solid, and the construction comes together pretty nice. Big thing is, I would say have a little giant ladder, have 4 people for sure. Be prepared to pull those brackets to get that final 4th rafter to fit into place. And then just have somebody at the peak really that's okay with sitting on top of a ladder and holding things up for a while. It's kind of your Atlas guy, whoever that is. Or it could be female too, man. There's some tough women out there. Just take that toughest woman you know, put her up in the middle. She'll do fantastic. So that's a tough gig on this whole thing. Other than that, hopefully this just kind of helps you guys out. So hopefully you've decided to pull the trigger on this. And if you haven't put it together, I would say don't freak out. It's not nearly as bad as maybe some could think. But when you do this final step, the full assembly, 4 people, little giant ladder, and just have the pieces laid out really nice in advance, so it's an easy shuttle to putting it into the structure and getting it up to speed. So hopefully you guys have fun putting yours together. I actually found this was enjoyable, so it's kind of like a hobby, not just a project. All right, have a good time with yours, and I'm out.